There's two things I want you to do. First thing is during your next workout, at the end of every set, I want you to ask yourself, how many more reps could I have done if I had to continue that set? If your answer is more than 3, then you're not training hard enough. You need to increase the weight, or you need to increase the reps so that you get within that 1, 2, at max 3 more reps left. You don't want to be doing an exercise and you feel like you can do 4, 5, 6 more reps. That's more for your warm-up sets. But for your working sets, you want to make sure by the end of your set, you can only do 1, 2, maybe 3 more reps. And that's a good gauge of intensity. If you're doing a set and your reps in reserve is 1, 2, or 3, that's perfect. That's right where you want to be. The second thing I want you to do on a different day is to pick a machine-based exercise that's in your plan. And I want you to take your first working set, not your warm-up set, your first working set to the point where you can not do another rep. So take it to failure. That should be rep in reserve 0. Pick a weight that you know is going to be challenging for you and go to failure. So if you're doing leg press and you usually do 200 pounds for 10 reps, take that same 200 pounds and see how many reps you can get until you get to failure. Then, based on that, you can see what your true 0 reps in reserve is. And if you can do more reps than what you were doing before, like say if you were doing 200 pounds for 10 reps and then you end up doing 200 pounds for 20 reps, that's a clear indication that you've been under training, that you've been underestimating how hard you need to push yourself. You've been underestimating your reps in reserve. And then you know that you can safely bump the weight up next time. And if this happens, which it likely will happen, when you haven't been training with the right intensity, when you haven't really been training with reps in reserve or any other gauge of intensity, this is likely going to happen, and it's not a bad thing. The more you practice the skill of reps in reserve, the better you're going to get at it, the better you're going to get at selecting the right weights and training at the right intensity. So just to recap all of this, both heavyweight and lightweight can build muscle, but only if you're training with the right intensity. And you're going to use reps in reserve, RIR, to gauge your effort level, gauge your intensity. And you want to aim for 1 to 3 reps in reserve on your working sets. And then you want to test yourself periodically so that you can recalibrate and make sure that your weight selection is appropriate for your goals. Because a lot of times you'll find that you're not pushing yourself as much as you can. And reps in reserve kind of helps to keep you in check, keep you in line, and make sure you are training with the right intensity no matter what. So if this video was helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe, because in the next videos, I'm breaking down the other 2 principles that you need to use in order to finally start seeing muscle growth. And if you want the full breakdown of how all 3 principles work together, check out the next video that pops up on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.